Hello everyone, back tuning into our latest Christmas updates. This is update number 14 for Christmas. We are over halfway now with the Christmas updates. We're going to have a look at the extended CFS V2 again, and we'll have a look at the extended GFS control run from this morning. So sit back, relax, get yourself a cup of tea and a mince pie, and we'll talk you through our latest Christmas update as the Christmas countdown goes on, and we get ever closer to Christmas. It's been an epic day at GavsWeatherVids today. We started off with the European Outlook, did a 10 to 14 day. We've live streamed around 2 minutes ago. We was ending our live stream, and so if you wasn't able to watch it live, then have a look back. It's sort of a snow watch live stream discussing the prospects of snow. Can you believe it? In the next day or so. Have a look at that back when you've done with this, if you wasn't able to join me on the live stream. Big thank you to Richard for the wonderful Christmas Updates gift. Thank you so much, Richard, for our Christmas Updates gift. If that doesn't get you in the mood for Christmas, I don't know what will, really. So thank you so much to Richard for the fantastic GavsWeatherVids Christmas Updates gift. Right, so let's move over to Metro Seal then. Have a look at CFS V2 9-month forecast. Again, we're using the midday run. We're using 12Z. So throughout all of these Christmas updates, we use the midday run, the 12Z of CFS V2. We then can't be told off by cherry picking any particular outcome. It's purely where it's been coming out throughout the updates. Generally, we've been favouring quite cold conditions around the Christmas period, especially severely cold in updates number 5, 7 and 9. They were the classics so far of this season of Christmas updates. Then, like a few updates ago, went into like a stormier type thing, where the CFS are playing around with like a big storm somewhere around Christmas. And then the last update went rather colder again, I think, especially with the GFS. Anyway, let's see what CFS V2 has to say at Metro Seal. If you enjoy the Christmas updates, by the way, please like the videos, make sure you sub to our channel, and let us know through the comments what you're thinking about all of this. Right, so beginning with the CFS V2 midday 12Z run with low pressure to our south and high pressure to the north. Winds are coming in from an easterly direction, so we look quite cold, and the low pressure across northern France could be bringing rain or snow to England and Wales on the 12th of December. That gets out of the way, and then we have a ridge of high pressure keeping it cold as we're up to the middle part of December, so either from easterly or northerly winds staying cold up to the middle part of the month. We're into the middle of December now, it's 15th, still pulling in the wind from the east. Actually quite a cold easterly drift coming in there, definitely the chance of some snow showers in with that. Now we're into the second half of December, and low pressure beginning to move in profit. Now this is coming to cold down, it's struggling. This is probably a snow event here around the 17th of December. This low pressure coming up against the cold air over Scandinavia, really struggling to get in. So yes, I think that is probably a heavy snow event there just after the middle part of December as that low pressure tries to dislodge the cold air. So we run on into the 18th of December, we get another low coming in from Atlantic. This one is more vigorous. This one does break down the ridge, a Scandinavian high. And so now we're running up towards Christmas, so we're going stormier with deep low pressure in the North Atlantic. It's milder, probably still quite cold, and probably still cold enough for wintry showers in the north, actually. But, like, it is significantly milder than the first half of December and up to the middle part of the month. We're getting closer to Christmas now, and again, low pressure rolling in off the Atlantic, keeping it unsettled. Winds are in from the west, and so yeah, we've got more spells of rain here on Christmas Eve, and it is relatively mild as well with this, except probably across the far north of Scotland where it could be colder there, but we're bringing in a westerly wind off the Atlantic. It's not a very mild scenario. It's not like a long bet southwesterly, but definitely it's more towards rain than snow, away from northern Scotland anyway. And yeah, so a mild but quite wet Christmas Eve is suggested there. That's Christmas Day, probably going a little bit colder and more showery on Christmas Day. But again, we're talking about sort of average temperatures, nothing particularly exciting from a cold perspective for Christmas on this 14th Christmas update. That's Boxing Day, and again looking rather showery, could be quite chilly, but not particularly cold. Wind is remaining from a westerly as opposed to a northerly or easterly source. Just beyond Christmas, so around 27th, 28th December, low pressure starts to push in from, excuse me, starts to push in from the Atlantic, bringing spells of rain with it. This is a mobile westerly Christmas update, this one after mid-month anyway. Running up to New Year, the low pressure keeps coming from off the Atlantic, bringing further spells of rain. And yes, so this is a westerly Christmas update, definitely, once we get beyond the middle part of December anyway. Into a new year, so westerlies continue. Maybe starting to pull something colder in from the north there just after New Year. So we've got a bit of a cold snap going on here as that low pressure clears away to Denmark. We start to pull wind in from the north, so it goes colder early in the new year, risk of some snow showers, and then we're into a much milder southwesterly then as high pressure sets us across France and Spain. That's quickly flattened off though, and we're back into westerlies, and just unsettled. Just keep those westerlies going with this CFS V2 run right way through the first half of January, really. So yeah, always winds in from the west or from a southwesterly direction. Doesn't look like there's anything particularly cold doing here through the first half of January. To the middle of January, maybe hinting at the heights beginning to rise within the northern latitudes, then up towards Greenland. So possibly by the middle of January, it's starting to go just a little bit colder. Winds then shifting round to the east, perhaps into the second half of January. So cold could come back. We could bring the cold back in from the east in the second half of January, but first half of January looks quite mild. Right, that's that done. That's CFS done. So generally CFS is favouring after various like cold weather up to the middle of December, then a big snow event sometime around the 17th, 18th of December, but then we go westerly for the rest of December and into January, and that is of course going to be quite a bit milder. That's the CFS done. Let's see what the extended GFS control run is showing today. We're at weathercentral.d this, so we're going to run through. Going to do this quite quickly. So we're going into the second half of January. Looking quite cold, low pressure, again struggling to come in from off the Atlantic, so we're within quite a coldish sort of air mass there, and so into the second half of December, just generally looking quite cold. Running up towards Christmas, so this is like the 20th, 21st of December, we're beginning to push up much milder southwesterlies. Look at this, southwesterlies setting in, running up towards Christmas. That is much milder for the run up to Christmas, and then up to like Christmas Eve, we go into showery westerly with low pressure to the north and west of Scotland. So Christmas Eve is showery but westerly, not particularly cold. That's looking relatively mild for Christmas Eve as well. Christmas Day, so that is Christmas Day for this 14th Christmas update with the extended GFS control run. Again, it's westerly, so relatively mild on Christmas Day. Boxing Day, also looking mild, winds in from the southwest, could be a little bit wet and windy for Boxing Day. Look away now if you want a cold Christmas. These charts are not good if you want a cold Christmas. Go up towards beyond Christmas, so 27th, 28th, again, quite stormy, westerly, wet and windy here into the second half of, or into the final week of December. More southwesterlies there on the 29th, more mild weather there, and westerlies just go on into the new year. That's New Year's Eve, looking generally mild for New Year's Eve and the Thursday of 2021 as well. Always keep wind in from the west, and this onslaught just continues through the first week of January. In fact, we are hinting at a little bit of a polar vortex of doom setting up there by the time we get to the 6th of January, which is as far as we go with the GFS extended. That's shades of last winter. You want a cold winter, you don't want to see that turning up. It's only one run of the GFS. But you would say between the CFS and the GFS together, there's probably a bit of a signal for this one, for westerlies around the Christmas period and into the latter part of December. Still early days though, still early days. Christmas is what? Still around just under 3 weeks away, I think, isn't it? So it's still a long way out, and we shall see how it develops keeping you updated with our Christmas updates. Right, that's it. A little bit of a short one today. I had to run through this very quickly because I'm going to set up, because I'm recording this before the live stream, but you'll be watching it after the live stream. I've got to get the live stream set up quite soon. So, yeah, I wanted this would be a little bit shorter, around 10 minutes, and that's exactly what I've managed to achieve. Right, okay, so next Christmas update will be on Saturday, I believe, I think that's what I've got it penciled in for, on Saturday, 15th Christmas update coming up then. Don't forget to check out all of today's videos and whatnot, and we'll see you for another epic day of content tomorrow. For the 14th Christmas update, that's all for now. Thanks.